Roosevelt High.
Whenever something really cool is going on, people want to get involved in it. They want to hook their wagon up. They want to touch the pixie dust. So I just dreamed up this idea that the team is the inner circle.
We're the players. We're the only ones who are out there on the court. So he has to instill the inner circle kind of philosophy for us.
You guys are really the most amazing basketball team I've ever seen. And when you're all clicking together, there is no team that can stay with you. Okay, now, when we fast break, this team cannot stay with us. So I want you to just go out there, have fun and run. So I'm going to get the hell out of the inner circle here. And you guys take care of business tonight. Okay?
Woo! Everybody guys, you're only undefeated once. Everybody wishes they could be in this position. Everybody wishes. They sit at home and pray that next year maybe they could possibly be in this position.
So take your little hearts out and be ready to put
it out. Lay it all out, you guys, and have fun. This is the fun time, you guys. This is the fun time. You're so
Now it is a whole group of individuals gathered together in a way different way. And my theme this year is Pack of Wolves. And so I'm trying to mold them into a pack of wolves that will assess who the opponent is, find their weaknesses, and then tear into them and bring them down.
And I'm serious about this Pack of Wolves deal. If you look at that wolf's eyes over there, if you've got that mentality when somebody's coming up on you, and they have to dribble past you, they're screwed. Okay? So our mindset is anybody I'm guarding dies. Okay? And you do it as a group. Green.
And I'm going to full court press for 32 minutes. So now my team has to be in really good shape. And I had a bunch of drills that I figured out that were just vicious runs, sprints. When I say go, they have to reverse and run the other direction as hard as they can. It's a total killer. And I'm giving them a big speech about it. The work we're doing now is for the fourth quarter when we play Lake Washington. And you got to get your legs tough. And if you're tired now, imagine how the Lake Washington girls are going to feel and have an expression on their face like, oh my God, what's he going to do to us now? And all of a sudden in the middle of it, Jade White calls timeout. And she says, this is what we've needed for 4 years. And all the girls came up and shook my hand, knowing I was about to punish them with a brutal run. And they went all out on that run, killed themselves. And it was like they were thinking, bring on more.
The Rough Riders win their first game by 68 points.
Girls have a tendency to not want to touch each other. And so you need to create an environment where they're going to touch each other and not be bothered about it. So one of the things I do early is I make them stand back to back and lean against each other, and the winner is the one who pushes the other one to the opposite wall.
That's the whole fun of it, is being able to play basketball and being able to be physical and be able to touch the other girl and like knock someone down and smile after it.
I love contact. The more contact, the better, you know? It's fun for me.
I would love to play football if I could. I think it'd be so fun just go in there and just like crunch someone to the ground. Just watch them lay there.
It was kind of scary at the beginning when I wasn't used to it, and everyone was like fighting at each other's necks, and people are just banging around under the basket.
Fun. I mean, war is fun, you know, and seeing the girl you would just, you know, you just destroy, sitting on the sidelines crying. I mean, after, you know, when the battle's over, you know, I'll go help her up or whatever, but that's what I live for. It's just, you know, the hunt, the kill, and just the fight. It's playing, man.
Not a big issue to me, like what I look like, how, you know, how I'm playing, how I'm running. It's like I want the ball, I want to do something. If femininity shows, so be it, and if you're making someone bleed, sorry. I mean, darn, put a Band-Aid on it.
Every possession possession.
Next up, arch rival, the Lake Washington Kangaroos.
When the wolves take on the moose or the elk or whatever they're going to go kill, what they do is they identify where the weakness is, and then just before they kill, just before that happens, their eyes glaze over. The wolf is the only creature that returns man's stare. All other animals would back away, but if you looked at a wolf, it will return your stare. That's how powerful they are. So I want you to all look at this.
Oh, good shit. Oh, it's a mirror.
Here we are, supposedly the third or fourth best team in the state playing the supposedly first or second best team in the state. That's a cool game. But it's just a step. It's just part of the overall trek that this wolf pack's going to go on as we go into the playoffs.
The much larger Kangaroo girls smash Roosevelt by 24 points, but the pack of wolves go down snarling.
We work as a team. We hunt as a team. What do we do tonight? Have fun.
It doesn't matter where we're ranked in the state. Do you want to be nationally ranked and remembered for 30 years? So we entered the season from that point of view. One of my favorite things that Jenny Wild has ever said is after being in the weight room for 2 years, she said, "Bill, we may not win every game this season, but if we get into a fist fight, we'll win that."
Oh, nice on your own. I got it.
In their first 8 games, the Rough Riders face 7 teams ranked in the top 10 in the state. They win by an average of 34 points.
Because Bill, he's such a, and it's almost carnal the way he approaches the game. It is. I mean, he refers to animals ripping apart carcasses when he talks about defense, you know? And that's the way you play.
They're a pride of lions, and the key to them on this point is that a lion pride, first thing they do is kick all the guys out because they got hunting to do. And so they kind of really like this idea that the women are going to pretty much take care of the problem. And then they put together their plan where they panic the beasts, and then when the beasts run into the problem, they pounce up and they kill them as a team.
I love it.
I like it. It's so cheesy, but I like it.
Yeah. I love what we do in the beginning.
It's so Bill.
Sink your teeth in the
draw
neck,
blood.
I like it though
because it gets me so pumped up.
Think how freaked out you would be if a team
like,
was like, draw blood!
That helps get rid of the nervousness too, I would say, like, because it's after we do the, like, sometimes it's after we do the lineups, and so, like, you're like, all right, let's play, and then it's like, draw blood, and then you just...
Yeah. When you look back at it, it's amazing just the surge of the power and energy that we would get just from doing stuff like that, and all the wolf and tropical storm and sink your teeth in and draw blood and kill and all this stuff. I mean, you don't see any other teams doing that.
Stick your teeth in their neck. Stick your teeth in their neck. Stick your teeth in their neck. Have fun.
They're so into it that sometimes I look up in the stands at the parents of the opponents, and sometimes they're aghast and other times they're laughing, but it's so emotional that you have to respond to it some way or the other.
Roosevelt and Garfield prepare for their first battle of the season.
The Garfield-Roosevelt rivalry is personal. We're the team to beat. We're the Kinko champions 4 out of 5 years, and we are what people aspire to be. Garfield was at one time a cellar dweller, and now they have a really dynamic, aggressive coach who's raised their game, and for them to get there, they must knock us off.
He's an attacking type of coach. He'll come at you. Roosevelt gets all their points on press. They'll press you, and they will get layups, and it'll be over before you know it. Last year, I took a couple really good whoopings from Roosevelt, because what happened was, and I watched it distinctly, their players before the game knew some of my girls, which were seniors, and they were just happy-go-lucky with them, giving them high fives. As soon as the game started, they just took them apart.
The Pride of Lions, ranked 3rd in the state, take a perfect record into the Bulldogs gym.
Your teeth in their neck. Teeth in their neck. Have fun.
That's like being like, come on, be funny.
How to set that screen up there, seal one of the players. It's going to be really key for what we try to accomplish tonight. Okay, what else you see?
In 20 games, the only blemish to the Rough Riders' perfect record is their 1-point loss to Garfield. They are out for revenge.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
For the 3rd year in a row, the Rough Riders and Garfield battle for a berth in the state tournament. The much taller Bulldogs win by 4 in overtime. The next night, the Rough Riders play Redmond for one last chance to get to state.
We're ahead 42-41, winner to state, their ball, 12 seconds to go in the game. Their point guard, Mackenzie Flynn, goes around the outside. Underneath the basket is 6'3" Claire Palanche going to Oregon State. When that ball goes to her, the game is over. Off goes the pass. Ariel Evans, our freshman, snaps in, steals the ball, 2 seconds to go. Riders are going to state.
Won 18 straight. Another Kinko team looking to make the finals. Roosevelt trying to push past Snohomish. Panthers trailing for most of the night. Tara Angel with the baseline jumper. Snohomish within 4, but the Rough Riders keep charging. Darnelia Russell with the banker led the way with 17. Roosevelt wins it 58-54, making it an all-Seattle final.
90 teams from across Washington began the season. Only 2 survived. For the first time in the history of the WIAA tournament, 2 teams from Seattle and arch rivals from the same league will play for the championship.
Those would be Roosevelt Rough Rider fans. The Garfield Bulldogs reside on the other side of the floor, both from the Seattle area. However, one, Rich Waltz along with Elise Woodward. Elise, a lot of times in these state championship games, you find 2 teams that have never faced each other, know nothing about each other, and that's not the case tonight.
With only 1 player over 5'10", Wrestler lists everyone on his roster as a guard.
We work as a team. We hunt as a team. What do we do tonight? Have fun.
Darnelia and Malia, the 2 best point guards in the state, line up head-to-head against each other.
Malia O'Neill, get it inside, it's Tinnett. O'Neill, a fabulous point guard and a pretty good shooter as well. O'Neill with the steal, and she's upended.
The Bulldogs waste no time in establishing their dominance over the outmatched Rough Riders. They roll to a 9-0 lead. 4 minutes into the game, Roosevelt is scoreless.
Russell's pass out of bounds.
Wrestler inserts his only tall girl, freshman Mackenzie Argans, to try and block up the middle against the much larger Garfield girls.
Upside defense.
It works.
And a held ball.
Maggie Torrance drains a 3. Then Darnelia goes to work.
Another offensive rebound, and it's Russell.
Beautiful spin move there from Russell.
There goes Russell, and she scores again.
We've seen this stuff before. Hey, you guys, 9-0. Now it's 11-all. We've got them. This is our game.
Go, baby,
it's our game. Good job, you guys. Our game. We own them. We own them.
the second quarter, Tracy Leto gets hot.
Leto's baseline jumper.
And the Rough Riders lead by 5, 18-13.
Tracy Leto.
But Garfield exploits their advantage on the boards and pounds away at the Rough Riders. They battle back and draw within 2. Then Darnelia goes to work again.
One thing that makes Roosevelt so difficult to guard is they don't have an offense. You can't scout them. You don't know where they're going to go because they don't.
Nice give and go. Russell to Torrance, back to Russell. Hey, there's got to be a school out there that needs her. What about Washington State? What about Oregon State? There's got to be a Division I school that can use Darnella Russell.
Look in their eyes! Look in their eyes! Look in their eyes!
With seconds left in the half, D calls for the ball.
There's Russell. It's a 3. Got it!
Darnelia leads all scorers with 13 points, and the Rough Riders take a 7-point advantage into halftime.
Look in their eyes! Look in their eyes! You guys are so awesome. Listen to this. 9-0, and then we went on a 20-5 run. 20-5. And what Darnelia is saying is what is right this is all about. We aren't even close to devouring yet. We're still killing. We're still killing. We are going to destroy these guys if you continue to work like this. Okay, that's what this is all about.
Darnelia starts out the third quarter where she left off. But over the next 4 minutes, Garfield shows why they have won 18 straight games.
Nice turnaround there.
They again pull within 2. The Rough Riders refuse to wilt under the pressure.
And if you have any question about what Maggie Torrance does for this Roosevelt team, one look at her knees. They are just absolutely painful to look at. Oh, my gosh.
With 90 seconds left in the third and a 1-point lead, Wrestler starts to give everyone a chance to play. He sends in Colleen Brzee, who has only been in 4 games the entire season.
And a loose ball. The freshman picked it up, and Williams sends it to O'Neal, and Garfield has the lead, a 3-point lead. Right back to work goes Colleen Brzee. This is the freshman Brzee, a baseline drive, and a right-hand scoop! You've got to be kidding me!
At the end of 3 quarters, Garfield leads 45-44.
Having any fun, Colleen?
The freshman, Brzee. I wouldn't be surprised if she throws up a 3 here and it goes in. Shot clock is down. Gotta shoot it. Brzee, the freshman. Are you kidding me? She has come in, pulled off the bench, and hit all 3 of her shots.
Can I use the word awesome?
Bill Wrestler is not hesitant to put freshmen in the middle of this thing.
With 4.5 minutes to go and the game tied at 48, Wrestler pulls Darnelia off the floor and puts in his last player, freshman Allison Ryman, who has played only 7 minutes the entire season.
You guys having fun? This is so much fun. You guys are awesome. That gets everybody in, right?
Now here's the test, though, with all the freshmen in. Can they handle the pressure? Can they get some points? Evans, a freshman, and Evans scores! And the Rough Riders, inexplicably, lead this ball game by 2.
Wolfpack! Wolfpack! Look in their eyes! Look in their eyes! They're scared!
Here comes Gaines. Some open court. Oh, the drop step left hand. How about that?
With just over a minute to go, Samantha Tennant scores, is fouled, and can tie the game.
And she missed it. Rebound, put back, blocked. Russell's got it. Held ball.
That's a foul!
Roosevelt has a 1-point lead with 44 seconds left in the season. And here she is, 44 seconds from the state championship. Shot clock at 5. Let's see what they get. Baseline drive. Gaines draws contact. Gets free throws. 36 seconds left.
That's her fifth.
She hits one. It's a 2-point game. Here's O'Neal. You can see the shot clock. Final seconds, ball game. 2-point game. Ball deflected, out of bounds. Shot clock is melted to 3. There's 9 seconds left in the game, and Garfield has got to get a shot off quickly. Garfield down 2 with the ball. Pringle driving, and she's fouled right before the shot clock went off.
I'll tell you, that's not a foul.
That's a bad call.
That is a bad call.
Pringle misses the first. Now what? Joyce Walker said, let's talk about it.
Joyce tells LaKale Pringle to miss the shot on purpose so Garfield can get the rebound and tie the game.
Come on, Bulldog! It's okay to have people challenge you.
They're going to miss on purpose. I can't hear you. They're going to miss on purpose, and we're going to have to get the board. So let's put Mackenzie in. Okay, Mackenzie, you go for Maggie. You get the rebound, hold the ball. Okay. Whose game is this? Whose game is this? Whose game is this? Whose game is this? Hard. Come out there, man.
Do you try to miss it?
I absolutely try to miss it and go for the rebound.
She hit the rim, she missed it, but she was in early. It's a violation. The Rough Riders get the ball. It's into
Roosevelt is fouled and has a chance to settle the game with a free throw.
Brianna Gaines can win this basketball game with 2 free throws. The first one, no good. Rebounded by Roosevelt. Darnelia Russell gets the rebound and gets fouled with 1.9
seconds is all that is left before one of the greatest stories in high school basketball in the state of Washington is written.
The state title on the line. She just flat out outworked Garfield for that rebound.
And she hits the free throw. It's a 3-point game.